previous lecture we have seen different types of the old quality control tools. Now we are going to discuss the new quality control tools. So don't get confused between old quality control tools and new quality control tools. Many times it has been observed that while writing the answers of these questions, many students don't answer this question correctly. It has been observed that if old quality control tools are asked, some students write new quality control tools, and if new quality control tools are asked, some students like old quality control tools. So if such type of mishap is there, then you are not going to get a single mark. It will be directly 0. If instead of new QC tools, if you write down the old QC tools, then it will be a 0 mark. So please keep that in mind. So the first new quality control tool is the affinity diagram. Okay, so what is this affinity diagram? It is also known as a KJ method. It is kind of a brainstorming tool which organizes large amount of disorganized data into the groups. So such groups are based on their natural relationships. Okay, so if a large amount of data is present, like this, you can see here, this is a large amount of data, but this data is in disorganized manner. It is very difficult to interpret this data. So there is a necessity to group this data under certain, say, heads or under certain groupings. Okay, but these groupings should be the groups should be based on their natural relationships, so that some kind of interpretation or some kind of decision can be taken, some kind of information can be obtained through this data. Okay, so so these are the things which are related to affinity diagram. So this diagram is useful where there are many facts or ideas, but they are in disorder. Okay, and issue seems to be too large or too complex to handle. So in that case, you can use the affinity diagram. One example is shown here. So here, this is the data in, say, disorganized manner, and here the same data is arranged properly. So you can see around 10 ideas or 10 type of the information is there, and this 10 type of information is classified under 3 heads, that is facilities, people and system. Okay, so some data is there, not enough forklifts, no place for returns, computer failures, engineering changes, error on bill of lading, insufficient training. So all this data is grouped under 3 heads. So these 3 heads are, so one head is facilities, so everything which is related to facility will come under this. Okay, then people, so everything related to people, so that will come under this head, and system. So these are the based on the natural relationship, isn't it? So now whatever we have discussed, that is written over here. So how it is done, how this diagram is constructed. So the way to construct the diagram is, what you have to do, you have to write the problem at the center of the board. First, whatever problem is there, that you have collected the data with reference to a certain problem which you are facing. So write that problem at the center of that board. Then find the causes of problem with the help of the ideas generated by the team members. So the team members have given various ideas to solve the problem. Okay, so encourage, all these ideas are generated by the team member. Encourage the team members to give more and more ideas. So let the team members give some more time, and let the team members give more and more ideas with respect to that solution of that problem. Okay, once all ideas are given, uh, then write down all those ideas on small piece of paper. Write down all the ideas on small piece of paper. Then place each paper on board around the problem. Okay, so place each paper, whatever small piece of paper is there, so place that paper around the problem. So place those papers and carry out the team study and categorize similar ideas by consensus. So many team members have given uh, a number of ideas. So whatever ideas are there, by brainstorming and by using the team study, you try to categorize those ideas by consensus. So there should be consent of all people should be there. So by consensus you try to categorize those ideas, like you decide some categories, that man, machine, material, method, environment. So the ideas related to man should be under one group, ideas related to machine should be under another group. Like that you carry out this team study and categorize the ideas. Now reduce the ideas to workable number of ideas and draw a border line around them. So this is the way to construct the affinity diagram. Now this affinity diagram, it can be used, organizing uses of this affinity diagram are organizing the output of brainstorming into the relevant categories for analysis. So it helps to analyze. See, the if you have a large amount of data, then it will be very difficult to handle that data, and it will be very difficult to take any kind of analysis, and based on that analysis you have to take the decision. So that will be very difficult unless and until it is properly categorized. Okay, then it is used for analyzing the data for prioritization and decision making. As I told you, whatever data is there, that will be definitely used for the analysis, that will be used for prioritization and decision making. So then second tool which is a new quality control tool is a relation diagram, or sometimes it is called as a interrelation diagram. So this, what is this interrelation diagram? So this interrelation diagram is similar to the earlier cause and effect diagram tool. We have already seen the cause and effect diagram tool. So this helps to analyze the natural links between different aspects of a complex situation. So if there is a one kind of complex situation is there, so it is like again it is again like the, what you can say,